How are workers protected by laws around the world? Our researchers at the University of Cambridge, supported by the ESRC Digital Futures at Work Research Centre, have been tracking the development of labour laws in 117 countries over 50 years through 40 indicators categorised in 5 sub-indices. All this data is now available in one comprehensive database, the Cambridge Centre for Business Research Labour Regulation Index. CBR-LRI can help address many important questions, such as, can legal protections for workers improve outcomes both for workers and the economy? Do labour laws cause unemployment? And are they good or bad for productivity? Our index uses a statistical measure of labour regulation to compare the strength of workers' rights in law over time. Analysis of this unique dataset can help policymakers better understand the social and economic effects of labour laws, including impacts on employment, productivity, and equality. Based on our data, we can see on average a steady improvement in the strength of legal protections for workers across all countries since the 1970s. However, if we zoom in, we will find different stories in different places. In the UK, improvements in legal protections for workers on atypical contracts such as part-time, fixed-term or agency work were driven by EU directives in the 1990s and 2000s. In Latin American countries and South Africa, periods of democracy following the ending of authoritarian rule saw significant strengthening of labour rights. In Argentina, Uruguay, Chile, and Brazil, labour law protections declined sharply during periods of authoritarian rule across South America in the 1970s. This trend was reversed when military dictatorships were ended and labour rights restored. The index also shows that in Vietnam, Japan, China, and Taiwan, legal protections for workers have increased progressively over time. The index is already being used by scholars across the world to identify trends in labour law protections. Researchers have explored the impacts of changing labour laws on investment, employment, innovation, immigration, shadow economies, distributional effects of globalization, and other key questions. Against a backdrop of rapid technological change and the rise of platform work, many policymakers are now considering the need for new laws to protect people at work. Others are concerned about the impact of these laws on the economies in light of global pandemics and international conflicts. The Cambridge Centre for Business Research Labour Regulation Index offers a unique dataset to explore the impact of labour laws at national, regional, and global levels. It provides a new evidence base to help answer key policy questions that can impact the lives of millions of workers around the world. So, what are you curious about?